is social media just extremely overstimulating? She comes up to me and she says, hello everyone, thank you so much. Ooh, let me turn off the... Hello everyone. I feel like I have not spoke to you guys in a minute. It's only been like a week and a half, like a week or a week and a half. I took a little break. If you guys are a subscriber, you may have already seen on my community post where I announced just a little pause. Like I just skipped a few uploads, nothing too long or intense, but I just needed a little breather, okay? I've been pretty consistent for the past few months, providing you guys videos twice a week. So wanted to take a little breather. But if you're new here, my name is Sherane and I bring you fashion and lifestyle video content. In today's vlog, I have a lot of things that I want to catch up on and cover with you guys. I'm on my way to the thrift store as normal, as usual. Yeah, let's get into my social media break. I decided to take a break from social media during a really busy week where I felt extremely drained. It wasn't a bad thing because it was just, I had a social life, like a real active social life that week. And if you know me, you know that I have become such a homebody and I'm an introvert, and my social media goes down really quickly. Like I cannot be around crowds of people for long periods of time, especially as I get older. I can't do it. So, one week, it was the week of Valentine's Day. I had so much going on in my personal life. So my sister and my cousins and I went to the Chris Brown Tycoon Festival concert. So we went to that. We had a lot of fun, you guys, a lot of fun. I didn't even drink, okay? I did not drink, but it took me a long time to recover just being up that late, being around crowded people. I don't know, it just takes me a long time to recover. And I don't even drink regular alcohol like that. I do wine at home, but I don't drink for real. So it wasn't really necessarily like a hangover recover, but I had to recover from that. The next day was Valentine's Day. So celebrated that Wednesday and Thursday, and then the following day, which was Friday, my sister and my cousins took my parents to see the Bob Marley movie, One Love, which was amazing, by the way. And coming from a Jamaican household, honey, we wore all Bob Marley shirts. Okay, when I tell you, and I live in a community that is hot, like a lot of Caribbeans live in my area, so all the Jamaicans came out, okay? So it came out on Valentine's Day. That's when the movie came out, but we went to go see it Friday, and then afterwards, we went to this Jamaican restaurant that is so good. It's called Escovitch. It is so good. It's like a nice sit-down restaurant. They have a band or a DJ. So we did that. So basically during that week, I was so active, okay? Way more active than I would normally be. And I was still on social media, but I just felt so tired, so drained. And it kind of like went into through the weekend and the following week. And this is the thing, and some of you guys may be able to relate. I am an empath. I am a complete empath, which means that I get affected easily by energy. And I think a lot of people who are creative and who are artists are, because there's a certain type of vulnerability that you have to be, you know, that you have to be able to openly create and to receive inspiration. And so I feel like it's like you kind of have to protect your heart at all times, or your spirit and your energy. So if I'm in a room with someone and their energy is bad, I completely just kind of shut down. I'm gonna get really quiet. I'm not gonna engage too much. And so anyway, I say that to say, being around a number of people and crowds of people, that I get overstimulated very easily. And so while I was on Twitter that same week or the following week or during the weekend, I'm not sure what day it was, someone tweeted, they said, and I'm going to see if I can find it and pull it up. They said, is it me, or is social media just extremely overstimulating? It was something along those lines. I'm going to try to find the exact tweet to share with you guys. And instantly because I was, you guys, like I try my best to be intentional with every aspect of my life. And I was really trying to think, why do I feel so tired and I'm not doing anything? Like, why am I so tired and exhausted? Like, I went out the week before. Why am I still exhausted? So I said, you know what? Maybe this is a sign. I just need to take a break from social media. So shortly after, I took Twitter off my phone. I took Instagram off my phone. And I just pretty much took a break. And it was not hard. In the past, when I would take breaks from social media, because I had a different kind of addiction to it, it was hard. It was so difficult. Even now, I'm probably not even mature enough to keep the apps on my phone and not go to them, because it's a habit that I've created to instantly, as soon as I have free time, to go directly to my social media accounts. And that should not be. So anyway, I took the apps off my phone. And when I tell you guys, I did it probably for like a week and a half. No, the apps are still off my phone, by the way. They're not on my phone. I'll place them on or go on my laptop to check in. And I do continue. I don't plan on leaving those, social media, just FYI. I don't plan on leaving social media. But the way I feel not being on social media, I want to keep this feeling. And so I realized I just have to change my relationship with social media. I don't have to be on there as normal, or regularly the way I used to. But my sleep got 100% better. Like, my sleep is so good. I get anxiety very easily. And even to the point where sometimes I'll wake up with anxiety. Like, why am I waking up with anxiety? Especially when I have a lot of things to do I know I have a lot of things I have to do that day or that week, or things are coming up. I just get anxiety so easily. When I tell you, when I got off of social media, my anxiety went away. Like, don't get me wrong, not saying that that's the cure for anxiety, but I don't deal with it. I haven't dealt with it since, I find myself having so much more free time where, I don't know, I just feel more present. Like, even when talking to friends and family, I don't feel so distracted the way I used to feel distracted. I feel so much more present, and I have a calmness and a peace that I feel that I don't have when I am on social media on a regular basis. And I'm not talking about YouTube. I want to reiterate that. I'm talking about like Instagram and Twitter, where everything is like so fast paced. So, yeah, guys, if you do feel overstimulated, like I easily get overstimulated, you guys, easily get distracted, and I just have to be disciplined on a different level to get certain things done. I found that, like, for a long time, I didn't have any free time. I felt like every time period during the day was always being occupied. And I don't believe that is, I do believe that I've been just busy in certain in certain seasons of my life. But I also believe that I was filling I was filling every free time slot that I had with social media. It was just a habit. If I'm sitting down watching TV, I'm on social media at the same time. It was a habit, and now that I've taken a step back, I feel so much better. I feel a calmness, a peace. sorry, I had to look at my notes because I didn't want to leave anything out, and I did write some notes for this aspect of the vlog. But another, some other points that I want to mention is that I also feel like, you guys know, if you're familiar with my channel, that I do devotion every morning. And so I feel like when I was on social media regularly, I would feel empty. Like, I would feel full coming out of devotion, so full, so at peace, and, just a great, amazing start to the day. But by the next morning, I was starving for it again. And I don't feel like it's supposed to be that way. I feel like that means you're giving your energy away. And I do believe, for me, because I'm such an energy person, I feel like whatever you engage in, you're either giving it, whatever you engage in is either draining your energy or contributing to your energy. Whether it's social media, whether it's a person, whether it's work, your family, it's either contributing to your energy and adding on, or it is depleting your energy. And I just felt so depleted every morning, or at the end of every day. I felt so depleted. I was feeling so tired. Now that I'm not on social media regularly, Instagram and Twitter, I feel like I'm not depleted. I still feel full, I still feel inspired from my devotion from the previous morning. So, I feel like it's really important for me to stay in this place. In addition to that, I feel more inspired to create. I feel like I am, and there's all things, I do believe that we only have enough certain time and energy in the day. And as you shift and transition or elevate, whatever it is, you have to shift your time and energy to different things. And I do believe that as I grow here on YouTube, as I grow as a content creator, and even as I grow in my career, that I have to take certain energies away from certain things that are not contributing to those things, and I need to reserve it for the things that I'm elevating in, whether it's content, YouTube, my career. I need to devote more time and energy and have more energy for it. During that time that I went to the concert, celebrated Valentine's Day, went to the Bob Marley movie and all that other stuff, I was also submitting a proposal to do some consulting work. And so that alone also took a lot of time and energy and a lot of thought, because I'm in a creative space in my job. I have to, it's not like a 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I mean? When you're submitting creative ideas or just ideas and things of that nature, you want to kind of be fully present and give it your all, So, sorry guys, I keep having to look at my phone notes to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. But overall, I just feel fully present. I feel like I have more time to devote to the things that I really want to do. Like when you're feeling tired all the time, or when you feel like you don't have any time for yourself or any time to really feel or be present when you are doing something, that affects the turnout and the result. And I just don't want to live the lifestyle of feeling like I got to be in the hustle and bustle all the time. I don't want to feel like I'm always tired, always exhausted. That's just not living to me. I don't want to feel that way. And I know that there are certain circumstances that you will feel that way. There are going to be certain seasons in your life where you will be tired, you will be sowing more seeds, you will be putting a lot of time and effort towards certain things, but I don't think that should be every season of your life. I do not. And when you are clear with the season you're in, you'll be prepared for it and you'll be prepared to handle it. But yeah, guys, I definitely needed that break. And moving forward, I plan on keeping the apps off my phone. I do plan on posting though, my outfit post on Instagram, and continuing to do that, and even engage sometime, on Twitter. But what I plan on doing, unless I am uploading content that's intentional, I plan on just utilizing those apps from my laptop. And I think that's why I have such a I love my relationship with YouTube, because with YouTube, don't get me wrong, I'll use my phone to watch videos, and of course to interact with my community here on YouTube. But for the most part, I go on YouTube intentionally through my laptop or through my actual television. So there's like a separation between, you know, it's more intentional. It's not just blended throughout every aspect of my life, versus like an Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. And then you guys might be thinking, well, Sherane, how are you gonna, you know what's going on? Because Instagram is like the fashion inspiration app or whatever. Y'all, when I tell you I've been on LTK, oh, matter of fact, I have an LTK account, by the way. We'll talk about that later, because that took a minute for me to get for technical reasons, but we'll talk about that later. But yes, a lot of the influencers and fashion influencers that I follow, most of them, pretty much all of them, have LTK accounts. I go directly to their LTK account because honestly, Instagram's algorithm doesn't hardly even allow you to see everybody who you follow anyway. So I go straight to LTK, and I love it because it is all fashion content. It is all, you know, linked to the direct retailer that they purchased from. So when I tell you I've been on LTK's app like nobody's business. And I also, YouTube is also a source of fashion inspiration for me as well. And since we do have YouTube Shorts on the platform, you're getting the same content as a reel too. So those are ways where I do get inspired. So if you guys are thinking about taking a social media break but you still want to stay in the know, definitely LTK. And then also Pinterest. I like going on Pinterest more. I've been spending more time on Pinterest and apps that are kind of more refreshing. I don't know, it's more refreshing and it's not so much chaos. I feel like Instagram has become so chaotic. We all know Twitter is chaotic, okay? Twitter cares about nobody, okay? Now, I guess now called X, but the people on Twitter, they will drag anybody. They do not care. But I don't really have that kind of community, to be honest with you. My community on Twitter is definitely more mature, but we already know, you know, Twitter is definitely one of those apps where negativity is just... there's a lot of negativity. If you're not careful, that can bombard your timeline. But yeah, there are just so many different other ways to be inspired. I've just been on LTK a lot more. And I've been going to like the actual websites of influencers who I do follow just to be more invested. And I think overall, I have become more invested and devoting more time and energy to the things that are helping me, uplifting me, inspiring me, and bringing me more peace. I think that is the overarching theme of why I even wanted to have this conversation, that social media was like me throwing my energy in the trash. Certain aspects of social media. And I don't always believe you have to throw the baby out with the bathwater and get rid of social media. But I do think that if you feel like it's not helping you or your lifestyle, and if it's not making you happy, you can just change your relationship with it. And that's basically what I decided to do, is to approach social media a little differently, where I'm still on it, I'm still active, but I'm being way more intentional about when I go on there. So going on it through my laptop versus my phone and having those apps on my phone, or posting, you know, commenting and engaging, but then removing the app afterwards. I'm just having a different relationship with my social media accounts. So yeah, guys, I feel like I just talked your ear off about that, but I just felt like that was such an important, I don't know, I just feel like it was really important to discuss. So glad we got that out the way, and now we can go on to the fun stuff. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like, have you guys taken a social media break? What revelation, or how have you changed your relationship with social media after that break, or do you go back to it as normal? I know in the past I used to just go back to it as normal, but I don't, understand the importance of taking breaks, and even if you do go back to something as normal. But when I tell you the peace and calmness that I felt over the past week and a half, I can't let go of that feeling, and I don't want to let it go. So I have to change. I have to change some things. I do not want to go back to life as normal. I felt too good. So that's my reason for, permanently changing my relationship with social media because of it, versus just going back to things as normal and just maybe scheduling a regular break, But anyway, I just pulled up to Goodwill for kids. There's a few antique stores in this plaza as well, but I'm usually just go to Goodwill and Fur Kids because that's where you get the good prices. Okay, these antique stores and the flea market, it's like an indoor flea market, 2 of them owned by the same company, Alley's Attic and Alley's Attic 2, but their pricing is definitely not as good, but they do have some gems. They do have some gems. So let's go in and see what I can find.
Tell me, what can I do now? Ain't it always funny how soon as I let my guard down, here comes that familiar sound. When you start to get tongue-tied, and in my heart I feel you lie. Though I knew the whole damn time, why do I act so surprised? 'Cause our friends keep your secrets, and your family helped you do this. Since you don't think you should live differently, what's left for me when it all ends? You need some real ones on your side. The type to pull up, down to right. Keep it 100, tell you if you're wrong or right. Yeah, you need some real ones on your side. I can see through all the fake, but I give my all to those who take. It's disaster in the making, how easily we break. We're all diamonds in the rough, but no one's gonna call your bluff. You need someone you can trust to tell you when you messed up. 'Cause our friends keep your secrets, and your family enables weakness. And I don't think you could live differently. What's left for me when it all ends? You needed some real ones on your side.
All right, you guys, before I go back into the store, I had to take my I just came out of Goodwill. That was the only thrift store I went to so far. Oh, I'm out of breath. So I just came out of Goodwill. I have to go back. I have to go into Fur Kids, but I wanted to take my bag to the car because I don't like to have a whole lot of stuff with me walking through the thrift store. Anyway, I just had the cutest interaction, y'all. So I'm in the dress section in Goodwill. Some of the stores, they don't distinguish the long coats from the dresses. So I'm just looking through the dresses or whatever, and we'll talk about my wish list. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, and I spot this coat, this fabulous coat, you guys. You guys saw it in the previous clip. The coat is so nice. It's 100% cotton. So it drew my attention, and I really did not I wasn't certain that I was going to purchase it. So this lady, she looked about 90 years old. Like, I don't know how old she was, but a little old, you know, lady, a little elderly lady. I don't want to call her old, but she looked like she could be definitely in her 80s, possibly 90s. She was just staring at me and the coat. So I've had on multiple occasions where people will like stare a piece that I'm holding down, hoping that I put it back on the rack. So I'm kind of looking like uncomfortable, like, lady, why are you looking at me? So she comes up to me and she says, I just donated this. She said, oh my God, they already put it out. I literally just donated this. I said, really? I said, this coat is amazing. I said, thank you so much for donating it. Basically, like, don't try to change your mind on it. Okay. She was like, yeah, she was, because she was very much older, very petite. And the coat is a size 12. It fits me. And it definitely looks slightly vintage, but so I was like, well, maybe it's a vintage 12, but I tried it on and it fits me. And slightly oversized. She was like, I lost a lot of weight, you know, and she didn't tell me, we didn't get into why or anything. And she was like, this is dry, you know, it's already cleaned. She was like, so you don't have to worry about that. And I said, well, I get my, you know, pieces cleaned anyway, but thank you. I said, this is an amazing piece. I mean, it's in perfect condition, you guys. It's 100% cotton, so it's very light, can definitely be worn in the spring or fall. I don't know about Georgia's spring or fall, but it can definitely be worn in the spring and fall. I mean, it's like that, the details and the pockets and like the military style. It has shoulder pads. The color is amazing. You guys, that is the piece. That piece is everything, but it was so cute to see the person who donated it in store and have a conversation with them about their piece. I told her, I said, this is why I love thrifting. Like, this is why I love it. Like, there's always a story behind every piece, and we didn't really get into a story, but that just made my day. And this is the first store I've been to today, but that just made my day. She was such a sweet woman. Like, you could tell she was so delighted that I found joy in the piece that she donated. Like, it's not trash, okay? It is far from trash. And not to say that I don't look, you know, that I look a certain kind of way, but I do feel like, you know, I'm pretty put together. So I'm not picking up nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Like, listen, all right, like, this piece is everything. And I literally thought she was about to change her mind and say, can I have my piece back? But she, you know, she was a good 90 years old, okay? There's no, maybe 85, but there's no way, like, where is she going in this coat? Okay, let me have this coat. So I just had to share that story, you guys. That just made my day right there. But let's go ahead and go into Fur Kids.
Nothing could have made me believe. No one could have convinced me. Had to use my own two eyes to see. 'Cause always make you think you going crazy. Something in the way they lie, manipulation. No more patience. 'Cause there's a million things that I'd rather do than to be pushing for truth. Am I in the twilight zone? Or am I just a fool so wrong for loving you? But you forgot that I'm a shooter. Think I'll take
guys, that fur. So it was it's genuine rabbit fur from China. If it fit me a little bit better, like, don't get me wrong, it was a size large, but I wouldn't be able to wear it with anything thicker, which why would I wear something thicker? And being in Atlanta, there's not a lot of opportunity to wear fur coat. So I wasn't gung-ho about purchasing it, but I want a fur to keep in my wardrobe. Like, I just want a really nice fur. I feel like it's probably not gonna leave immediately. I don't know how long it's been in the thrift store, but I googled rabbit fur coats and I saw some for definitely more expensive than $50, but I feel like I can wait on something like that. And then I have a group chat with my mom and my cousin and my sister. We all love to shop, and my cousin, she's smaller than me, especially at the top, and she lives in Jersey. So I asked her if she wanted me to get it for her, but she passed on it because there is a slight imperfection. There's like a little patch missing of fur at the very bottom. It is not noticeable, and honestly, if the fur coat fit me a little bit better, I would have still purchased it. But she was like, no, you know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm not going into the antique stores because I really want some good deals today. I don't want to like it. And going into the antique store and the antique flea market it can be overwhelming because it's so many different mini stores and mini booths, but their prices are just not as good. So I am leaving. I'm happy with my coat though. I'm happy with my coat from Goodwill, and I'm so glad I got to meet the lady. I wish I had my camera on. Like, I try not to film people in the thrift store and just randomly as I'm thrifting. I try to be very cautious of those in the frame because I just don't want to violate anyone's privacy, and I would be annoyed if someone was filming me without me knowing or without me giving them consent. But it would have been such a cute moment to have her on camera.
Where you been and where you hiding? I know you're lying. Don't you try it, no. You really shouldn't play with fire. Put it out with water. But now you're drowning. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. 'Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better than that. And you should know better. You should know better. Telling me I should go places. You're telling me that I'm too lazy. You are the one that is going crazy. Yeah, 'cause you can't even hold your own, but you always know what's wrong with everyone else. How is that? You gonna have to call your friends, tell them that you're gonna be late, 'cause I'ma need you to explain. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. 'Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better than that. And you should know better. You should know better. You should know better than that. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. You should help yourself. So yeah, I don't need your help. I don't need your help. You should help yourself. 'Cause there's been a whole lot of crying, whole lot of trying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you. I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you. I don't wanna be like you.
Alright guys, did not see anything in Value Village that I wanted, so hold on, let me wipe off my lens. Oh, I must be in like a shadow. But no, I didn't see anything that like that I wanted to take home. Saw some cute pieces in there though, but nothing for me. So the only thing that I pretty much took home today was that coat. And I don't mind that, because I've mentioned this so many times on my channel, but I thrift pieces that I love and that are special. I don't want to thrift any piece that is just okay, or, you know, just settling on it. I want pieces that really grab my attention, that speak to me, that I love. And I love that coat, okay? I know you're like, Sherane, how many coats are you going to get? I even saw, and I don't think I filmed it, I saw another leather jacket that was tailored, like completely tailored. I didn't even try it on, but it was really cute. But yeah, I love coats. I love coats. Even though I don't get a chance to wear them as much as I would like to, but they're always good to have. And when you find that special coat, you will have it forever. And I told y'all, I'm not getting rid of my pieces anymore. I'm not selling right now. I'm not selling pieces. I went through that phase of selling. So when I tell you guys, I've sold some amazing pieces, beaded, sequin, I mean, the most unique pieces I've sold, and I have major regret. But it was when I had a vintage boutique, you know. Yeah, I had a vintage boutique at the time, so selling vintage was my thing. I got a thrill out of finding a piece and selling it to someone. So that was the time, you know. But I would have a warehouse full of items if I would have kept all my items, to be honest with you. I would have a straight warehouse. But anyway, I'm headed to the grocery store. I believe my Josh cab is all sold out here. So this is my original favorite, 19 Crimes. So I'll just get a bottle of this. All right, guys, so since I only bought one thing on my thrift trip, or on today's thrift trip or thrift with me journey, I figured I'd just show it to you here downstairs versus our usual spot for thrifting hauls. Y'all, let me tell you, so you guys heard the story behind me getting this, or thrifting or sourcing this jacket, but y'all, this thing is so adorable. Look at this. So I want to first show you guys, and I'm going to put it on for you so you can see, but look at these details. So it is by Together. I don't know what brand that is. This is the brand here. It's a size 12. It's 100% cotton. And so it feels really good. I love the color. It's like a muted brownish grayish color. The only thing is it's missing the belt, but that's okay. I actually probably will end up taking these off anyway. But I just love all of these details with these military-like pockets. It does have shoulder pads, but the details are just amazing. Look at these all of these pockets. And then here's the back. The lady who donated this was like, the back was her favorite part. And then the details here. Look at these details. The different texture. I just love this. Y'all, the lining matches the coat. I'm gonna look this brand up. Matter of fact, let me do that now. I'm on my phone, so it has metal buttons. You guys, I'm gonna look this up. Give me 1 second and I'm gonna look this up because I really wanna know more about this coat. Lo and behold, I found the coat online. The pricing ranges from like $64 from resellers to like $165. It is vintage, I believe, from the late 1980s to 1990s. Yeah, so that is very, very interesting find. but I'm gonna put it on for you. And the time that I feel like I would probably, I don't know if I would remove these shoulder pads because I already have broad shoulders, so I really don't need the extra help. But let me show you guys what this looks like. So although she said that it's clean, when I ran into her, I'm still gonna get it clean myself because we don't trust anybody else's cleaning job but our own. But I think I may leave the shoulder pads in because it's reminding me of like a good Alicia Silverstone moment. Is that her name? I don't know, but it's I don't know. It's giving me something with the shoulder pads. So I just tried it on for you guys, like crushed and all. Like, I didn't even have the tag off. I just took it off. But I just wanted to share that with you really quickly. I didn't want you to have to wait for a full thrift with me video. But yeah, that's what my thrift trips are like. Sometimes I only get one thing. Sometimes I get zero, okay? That is it. I think that is it for the day. I'm about to take a shower and just wind down. I've been watching that show. I'll put it on the screen, y'all. It is so good. It is so good. Let me tell you something. These teen dramas, thriller, mystery shows are so freaking good to me. Like, I loved the one about the drugs, all about the drugs. What was that show? I'll put it on the screen. That show was so good. Oh my God, it was so good. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I usually post on Sundays and Thursdays. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video.